Okay, Hermano, if you found yourself in the situation where your girlfriend or your wife is hanging out with other male friends and it's triggering you, we need to talk about it because there's some deeper issues at play here that we get to address. Because what I see a lot of men do that really fucks their relationship up is they go into controlling mode. They start to control and try to project outward because they don't want to feel the insecurity that's coming up in them, and this ultimately starts to push their partner away more. We're going to talk about it today. My name is Jordan Canlish. I'm a men's relationship coach. I've been in a relationship for 10 years with my partner Amanda, and I've coached thousands of men who are in relationships, and this is something that's a sensitive topic for a lot of guys, right? Sensitive because as a man, it's like you don't really want your woman hanging out with other men. Like, I don't know really too many men that get excited about that or are okay with that. But if you're insecure about it, then that is reflecting something in terms of where you're falling short in the relationship right now. And I've noticed this a few times in my own journey with my partner Amanda, and I've noticed when I'm providing for her fully, when I'm meeting all of her needs, when I'm showing up in leadership, I'm initiating, I'm providing emotionally, I'm providing financially, I'm providing physically, and I know I'm the guy. There's a level of trust that I have with her because I know she's not looking elsewhere. I know she's not emotionally, energetically opening her up to other men in life. And I've also been at times in my relationship where I wasn't showing up fully for my partner. I wasn't leading her. I was emotionally falling short. I was so in my own world that I wasn't leading her. I wasn't seeing what she needed, and I was not bringing that healthy masculine energy that was allowing her to feel safe, seen, and supported by me. And there's been times during that period where we were traveling in distance, and there's that one particular time when she was living in Lisbon and I was still traveling the world, and I knew there was distance between us, and she started meeting guy friends. She was hanging out with guy friends. Now, I want to preface this by saying this is not disloyal. I don't see this as her being disloyal. And if your woman is doing this, don't see it as disloyal immediately, because there's a difference between her hanging out with guy friends and seeking to have masculine energy around her compared to her actively inviting men into her life or actively seeking attention from men through maybe posting stuff online, half-naked photos, or wearing revealing clothing, taking herself out to clubs and bars and trying to mingle. That's a whole nother conversation. And that is probably crossing a line of trust and respect and boundaries that you get to set up as a man. And if that was happening in my relationship, that would be a very serious conversation and very different to the one I'm having with you right now. But what I learned during that period was when I wasn't being the leader that my partner needed, and I wasn't fully fulfilling her, right? And fulfillment that a woman receives from a man when he's in that healthy expression, she's not really looking. She doesn't need to seek masculine sources in other ways, nor does she desire to do so, because she's fully satisfied in the relationship. And if you're in the scenario where you're finding your woman wanting to hang out with other guys, she's got friends, guy friends that are coming into her world right now, and it's triggering you, ask yourself, where have I been falling short? Am I providing for my girl? Emotionally, physically, spiritually. The financial part, it's not as important, those first three, but it's maybe a part of it. Like, where you're not owning your purpose and showing up in your mission, in your career, your business to provide financially. It's kind of connected, it's interconnected. But it's an opportunity for you, because if you go into the reaction of trying to control her and tell her who she can and can't hang out with, and you don't address the deeper insecurities that are coming up for you, what do you think that's telling her? What do you think that's revealing to her in terms of level of security, safety, and trust she feels in you? That's the truth of it, right? Because ultimately, she's only inviting other men in because they're fulfilling some sort of need that you're not giving to her right now. And again, try not to see it as disloyalty. Try not to see her as she's doing something wrong, right? Because as men, we do this as well. When we're not fully fulfilled, or we're not fully receiving the feminine nourishment that we crave in a relationship, what do? We sometimes watch sports, sometimes we drink alcohol, Sometimes we'll go and take drugs. Sometimes we'll smoke weed. Sometimes we'll have a hit of nicotine. Sometimes we're going into feminine behaviors because we're seeking feminine nourishment. That's what it is. It's fulfilling an unmet need within ourselves. So this happens to us as well. May not happen, like for some guys, maybe you guys actively scroll Instagram looking at women, watching porn. So men do this too. Like, it's not actively cheating, but it's like you're emotionally opening yourself up to receive feminine rejuvenation in some other outlet. Your woman's gonna do that as well if you're not providing it for her, right? So recognize that as more of just a feedback as to how you're showing up for her in the relationship. And then firstly, examine the insecurity. Examine the insecurity, okay? Where have you been falling short? Where does your woman need more of your love and leadership? Where do you get to fill your own emotional cup up so that you can provide that level of masculine potency? And what I mean by potency, it's almost like initiatory spark, right? Where are you not taking care of your health, not taking care of your nervous system, not taking care of your own ability to have life force energy, because she's responding to that life force energy. And usually what happens for a lot of men is they get so buried in their work or their business that they neglect to have fun and have spontaneity and play in their life. And as a result, their woman's not getting to meet that fun, spontaneous you that she first fell in love with. So maybe that's why she's hanging out with these other guys, because they're more fun to be around than you. All right, and that's what happened to me. Like, I remember this was the case that a few years ago. I was like, you know what? I don't blame her for hanging out with these guys, because I wasn't that fun to be around. It was an uncomfortable truth to accept, but ultimately it's what brought me back to figuring out who I needed to be in that relationship to be the man that really showed up for her, that she fucking needed, right? So I want you to think about the pattern that's showing up for you right now. Instead of going outward to project and blame and change her behavior, look at your behavior. Let's reflect on that first. Address the insecurities. Reach out to someone. Find a men's group if you want to learn more about my men's group. The link will be below. But be around counsel with other men. That is absolutely key, so that you can talk about these things and get some feedback and reflections from other men. Don't try to overanalyze the situation. If you are feeling a little insecure, or if you're feeling a little anxious or defensive or jealous, it's all normal to feel that. That's okay. You know, that doesn't mean you're failing. Like, I want you to just put that aside from it. It doesn't mean you're failing, and there's still so much opportunity for you to become a better man in these scenarios. So it's almost in these scenarios, actually, that you really learn the skills, or you really learn the awareness that's going to take you into the next level. So don't beat yourself up if you're in this scenario. In fact, embrace it. Just fucking embrace it. So you've addressed the awareness, you've addressed the insecurities. Then maybe you need to have a conversation with her. Maybe you need to bring this up to her. Maybe you need to express how you've been feeling with her hanging out with these other guys, and have that conversation from a place of security. To do it from a place of security is you, again, need to close out the emotional loops that maybe are open inside of you through reflections with other men, maybe sitting with some of those emotions, maybe getting angry and releasing some anger in a healthy way. But go into that conversation grounded and calm, but speak from a place of truth. Hey, sweetheart, I noticed that when you hang out with Greg or when you hang out with John, it's bringing up some feelings in me. I'm noticing some resistance. I'm noticing some distance. I'm noticing some anger. I'm noticing some insecurity come up in me. And I want to share that with you because I would like to understand what is it about hanging out with these guys that are really that's really pulling you in. What is it that you're getting from them that you're not getting from me? I would love to understand, because I'm really committed to being the best man I can be for you, and I want to show up in the ways that I'm falling short for you right now. So yeah, I would love to talk about it. Like, you can have that conversation with her, or you probably already know. You probably already know where you're falling short for her. She doesn't need to tell you. Or maybe she's already told you and it hasn't fucking sunken in. So before you have that conversation, I want you to answer the questions yourself. Where have you been falling short? And then actually start to let your actions speak louder than your words. Instead of your complaints and blamings and insecurities create the distance, you take the action to show her what it means to be in the presence of a fucking powerful man who she fell in love with or she is in love with, okay? So I want you to reflect on that. That's something that I really want you to take with it. Because if you navigate this correctly, brother, this will be a pivotal moment in your relationship where now on my end with my girlfriend Amanda, she's over in Lisbon right now, I'm here in Austin, and she hangs out with guy friends. She has friends that she met during a period of time where I knew I wasn't showing up fully for her, which opened the door for her emotionally and energetically for new guy friends to come in. But since all of that, I've gone through a process of working through where I wasn't showing up, and now on the other side of it, there's a healthy, strong level of trust where I'm okay with her hanging out with these guys. I've met them, I've vetted them, I've vibed their energy, and I'm okay with her hanging out with them because I know myself, I know how I'm showing up, she trusts me, I trust her, it's all good. So on the other side of it, bro, I want to reassure you there is a world where you can have both. And if that's what your partner wants and that makes her feel happier and she feels like her life is enhanced by her hanging out with these guy friends that she's met, and you fully trust her and she fully fucking comes home and wants to have sex with you and love you to the fullest, then why not have both? But you get to decide that at the end of the day. This is your journey, it's your path. I hope you got some value from the video today, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.